Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, huge mahalo to Longstrugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longstrugs for all your shopping needs. More than 2 years after Governor David Ige issued his first pandemic-related emergency proclamation, Hawaii is set to drop its last 2 COVID-19 restrictions. The state's mask mandate and safe travels program sunset tonight at 11:59. That means masks will no longer be required at many public places, including most grocery stores, movie theaters, and gyms. Many of Oahu's major shopping centers, including Ala Moana Center and Pearl Ridge Center, said masking will be optional in indoor common areas come Saturday, but individual stores and restaurants can set their own rules. While the long-standing mask mandate is expiring, masks are still needed indoors at public schools and hospitals, and on public transit, commercial planes, buses, and airports also require masks. Also starting Saturday, domestic travelers visiting the islands can arrive at airports without registering or showing proof of vaccinations or negative tests to bypass a 5-day quarantine. With Safe Travels ending, the program's digital platform will be taken down from the web, along with a Hawaii Smart Health Card application system. The head of the city's rail project has rejected a $25,000 performance bonus. According to an annual performance evaluation, Lori Kahikina met or exceeded expectations in her job as the Honolulu Authority for Rapid Transportation's CEO and Executive Director. Kahikina was rated by Hart's Human Resources Committee in 4 categories and scored 3.5 or better on a scale of 1 to 5. That rating qualified Kahikina for a bonus, but she refused to accept it. Kahikina's positive evaluation and decision to turn down an extra $25,000 gave Hart board members an opportunity to point out the changes made to the project during her tenure. The original plan was to build a 20.2-mile, 21-station route from East Kapolei to Ala Moana Center at a cost of $11.1 billion with a $1.3 billion deficit. There was no obvious source of money to plug the budget gap. More recently, a new idea announced this month would create a shorter 18.75-mile, 19-station system that will cost $9.8 billion to build. A Palolo woman pleaded not guilty to charges accusing her and her husband of trafficking a mother and teenage girl from Guam to Hawaii, taking away their passports and beating them. 29-year-old Pomeran Robert was arraigned Thursday. According to court documents, she took the victims' passports away after bringing them to Honolulu last August, then demanded money to return the documents. The pair ended up living in the Roberts' apartment. The girl enrolled in a local high school, and her mother got a job at a deli where Pomeran Robert worked. Robert allegedly took the mother's earnings and used it to pay for rent, cigarettes, betel nut, bingo, and crystal methamphetamine. In the days prior to the Roberts' arrest, the teen was beaten and locked in her room for several days after she failed to clean the apartment. Police previously said the teen's mother was afraid to intervene because Robert also hit her. When she was let out, the girl reported the incident to a school counselor. A hearing for Robert's 41-year-old husband, Kevin, has been postponed to next week because he needs a Chuukese interpreter. 2 men have been charged in connection with an altercation in Puna that left a 24-year-old man with multiple stab wounds. 45-year-old Albert Kealoha Mahi Jr. was charged Thursday with first-degree assault and first-degree burglary, while 47-year-old Vincenzo Giovanni Gilbert was charged with first-degree burglary. Puna patrol officers responded to a report of a stabbing in Orchid Land late Tuesday. The suspects, identified as Mahi and Gilbert, are acquaintances of the victim and went to the man's home to confront him. He was stabbed multiple times during a resulting fight. Mahi and Gilbert left the residence before police arrived. The victim was taken to Hilo Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. His condition later improved and he is now stable. Police found Mahi and Gilbert at a home in Nanavale Estate subdivision and arrested them Wednesday morning. Mahi was taken to a hospital and treated for multiple stab wounds and a head injury he reportedly sustained during Tuesday's confrontation. The pair are scheduled to make an initial court appearance at Hilo District Court on Monday. Mililani's Angela Lee will step inside a cage for the first time since 2019 as she defends her atomweight world title against Stamp Fairtex in the main event at One Championship X. The 20-bout card will span more than 11 hours on Saturday, culminating in Lee's first fight as a mother. The 25-year-old has turned into the face of the mixed martial arts organization since her debut in 2015. She is fighting for the first time since a fifth-round win in a title defense that took place in October 2019. Since then, Lee gave birth to a daughter, Ava Marie, in April of last year. Lee has been preparing for the coming fight for 5 months. She said trying to figure out the training schedule with the baby is challenging, but considers herself lucky for having an amazing family and support team. Lee debuted with One Championship when she was 18 years old and went viral on social media after winning a bout using a twister to submit her opponent. She became the company's first female world champion 2 months before her 20th birthday and has never been beaten at 115 pounds. This weekend's event marks the promotion's 10-year anniversary. The 6-fight pay-per-view broadcast begins at 2 o'clock Saturday morning. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.